Well, good. So you looked at it. I don't know. Maybe you have your order. And if you don't mind, just type it in the comments there, your order. Just type it. Whether it's natural guardian, whatever, whichever order. My order is natural guardian connector creative pioneer. So people experience me as a natural. And it's easy for me to access it. It feels natural to me. And I always wonder, why are the people not thinking like this? It comes natural to me. It's easy for me to access. It's how others experience me. So even you have a way people experience you. Maybe for you is a pioneer, maybe for you is a guardian, maybe for you the first one. So for me is a natural. The second one is a guardian. I can access it, but not as natural as the first one. But I can access it. So the moment I can portray the guardian tendency, but not as so it's in different. So sometimes I could be in a meeting and people are talking, and then I can ask a guardian question. How will that work out? How do you know? And all those things. But really, and my wife has experienced that a lot. My wife has experienced a bit of my guardian side a lot. And so sometimes she's talking about some things and I go like, okay, how is that gonna work? And do we really need that? And then of course sometimes after I've done that, because of my natural bit, later on I start feeling like, oh my God, I made my wife feel bad, and then I want to apologize, and I want to do all these things. I remember there's once I was in a meeting, in this meeting, and I was leading the meeting, and some things did not go right. So I was supposed to kinda crack the whip. So I put on the guardian hat and was now grilling everybody, asking everybody, you said you'd do this, why did you do it? And after that meeting, I felt so bad. And I remember talking to my wife and telling my wife, I'm really feeling like I need to call everybody and apologize. And my wife told me, no, you said what you said was right. What you did was right. Don't apologize, because if you apologize, if you start calling everybody to apologize, it might look like you're not serious on what you're saying. And so, but if I was a guardian first voice, I would not have felt that. I would have been okay with what I did. But because of my nature that always wants to be seen as a nice guy, who wants to always leave everybody feeling nice and harmony and all those things, I felt terrible after that. My third is a connector. This is in various specific contexts, not always. So someone called me, hey, Gabriel, do you know someone who will do this? I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, yeah, but you know. Oh, yeah, actually, I know someone. Oh, yeah. And before I realize I'm on my phone, I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm connecting someone with someone, but then it dies off after that until another situation again comes up and I'm needed to do something. And so it's that keeps coming and going. It's specific context when I'm having specific conversations with people, when I'm in different places. So that's kind of really how this might play out for your third one. It comes out in specific context. So for me, connector comes out in specific context. The fourth one is creative. For creative, it's that which it's even hard for me to know what to do with it. It can be sometimes I might be somewhere, I'm like, yeah, we can do this differently. But then if you ask me, how did I do that? I have no idea. I can explain it to you. It's this accidental thing. And sometimes if you tell me, oh yeah, nobody can describe me as a creative thinker. Nobody I know can describe me as a creative thinker. But sometimes I have moments where sometimes I do things, I'm like, huh. But then if you hired me on a job that needed me to be creative all the time, I'll be the most stressed human being that you'll interact with. Because that's not what I do. That's something I can't even explain how I do. If it comes, I don't know. The last one that I wish I'd hire someone to do for me is a pioneer. That strategy for me, it's tough. It's sometimes I gotta do it, but it doesn't come easy. I have to think it over. I have to sleep over it. I have to go out of the way. I have to do all this, and it's tough. It's tough for me, but sometimes I have to do it. So it's that least preferred for me. I'd rather hire someone to just be thinking strategy and telling me what it is, and I can follow up on that strategy. And so sometimes when I do it and someone comes and challenges it, I'm likely to pull back and say, oh, okay, Maybe you know better, tell me what to do. Because really it's not something I can say, I think strategy. I have a background in mechanical engineer from the University of Nairobi. And so that thinking of an engineer sometimes has infused some strategic thoughts around me and everything, all those things, because I did some strategic thinking courses and everything, and all those managerial things I did as being trained as an engineer in the University of Nairobi. So maybe that sometimes might come out because of the training, but really it's not how I approach life. So I don't know what your order is, and I'm going to give you an example here. An example that I'm going to give you is a natural guardian, a natural connector, and a natural creative. How the second voice might influence how people experience you. So for a natural guardian, so natural guardian, natural creative, natural connector, they're all natural. So they care all about people. They want to help people. They want to walk a journey with people. People is a big thing to them. Profit does not matter so long as if people are okay, then they can think profit. Not that they don't think of profit, but if people are okay, then they can think profit. But if people are not okay, they will never even prioritize profit. They'll always prioritize people if people are not okay. So, second voice guardian want to help people, but will be a little bit more process oriented in helping people and can easily say no. Like, no, we can't do anymore. We've done enough. We've helped people enough. The reason they can easily say that is because of their guardian second voice. Guardian creative, no, natural creative, sorry. Natural creative, for them, they'll even move and live with the people they're helping because they want to really know what it means to help someone get out of this box to another box. They're big on social justice. So they'll even move and really, in a very tremendous practical way, want to help you get out of that situation. Natural connector knows so many people who need help, that is, so many people. And since they struggle to say no, they get overwhelmed if they can't help all these people. And they're like, oh my God, I know so many people who need help, I can't help them. And then they start feeling bad because they can't help people, and it just hits on them. So remember, they're all naturals, but the second voice is then influences, and this varies. And so just put your order, and if you want to reach out and find out, hey, this is my order, kindly help me understand. Put a comment on there, and we'll be able to follow up and give you a way you can reach out for more help with this. I hope this is helping you, because your fifth voice by nature is the one that you have to be fully aware when you're doing it. As in, you can't take it lightly. You can't take it lightly. You can't take your fifth voice lightly. If your fifth voice is a guardian and you're hired as an accountant, and your fifth voice is a guardian, because most guardians who are first voice are likely going to make a good accountant. But for you, your fifth voice is a guardian, and then you're hired as accountant. Then you have to, every now and then you're working, you always have to be fully present, because you might just take something for granted, and that becomes what might mess you up. Your fourth voice is the one that, you can never explain where it falls. You can never explain it very well to someone. I hope this is making sense. And even as you're thinking through, okay, so then if I am this, how then do I work well with this? If I am this, what does that mean for me who is this way? Now, I'm going to say something then as we'll close this episode. So now, if you are a guardian, watch out, because you might have problems with connector and a creative. You might have problems with a connector and a creative. And really it's because of how you approach issues, how you say things. And I've alluded to that a little bit. If you are a connector, you're probably going to have a challenge with a guardian. And if you're a creative, of course, you're going to have a challenge with a guardian. If you're a nurturer, you're probably going to have a challenge with a pioneer or a creative pioneer. If you're a nurturer. And every nurturer feels that pioneers are arrogant. And every nurturers feel like pioneers. And then every pioneer feels like a nurturers are wasting. wasting time. Just wasting time. Just not clear. They're not serious. They're not sure what they want to achieve in this life because they have no vision. Their vision isn't clear. They're not clear what it is they're doing, but they just show up and do things every day, but they're not sure what they're doing. Because the creative pioneer, of course, will have a problem with the natural. And so, in your conversations, in your interactions with people, if you're always having problems with someone, they're probably opposite from you, and we call those the nemesis voice. I hope this has helped you to try sort out your order. And if you've sorted it out, list it up. If you want help, we can help you clarify out and even take you through a coaching conversations to help you see how do you leverage on your strengths and how do you deal with some of the challenges you might have as you grow, your growth opportunities, what are your growth areas, and what does that mean for you even as you grow. Thank you very much. In the next episode, we'll look at some insights for each of the voices, and then we'll just see how to progress to the next thing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please share with someone else who might find this valuable, and subscribe so that you can get more of such. Thank you.